Every time I tell the story of Phantom Scout Pass, I need a glass of water beside me. I sure needed one then. California Lucky and I had some business on the other side of Scorched Mountain. Seems there was some trouble brewing for Tom Scott, one of our old buddies, and he had sent for us. We planned on going through the Green Valley Trail, which would take about 4 days around the mountain. But California took up with some old cronies in town who told him about a trail through the desert and over a mountain pass that would save us a day and a half. Being in a hurry, we decided to try the shortcut. The first day out, we sweated through miles of hot sand and cactus. We sure welcomed that cool evening. After getting a good meal under our belts, we bedded down for the night. It wasn't long before the wind started to howl. It was an honest-to-goodness sandstorm. The horses began to act up, so we went over to calm them down. We found that our pack horse was gone. He had bolted with all our provisions and water. It was impossible to search for him in that storm. You couldn't see your hand before you. The next morning, there was no trace of our supplies. We had a full day ahead on the desert and a half a canteen of water for 3 men. California said we'd reach the pass by nightfall. I asked him the name of the pass. He said Phantom Scout Pass. Well, I was hopping mad when I heard that name. No one had used or even found that pass in 50 years. It was a legend. Some settlers who were attacked by Indians in the desert told the original story. They would have been wiped out, but at night, they claimed, a phantom scout showed them the way through a pass. He suddenly appeared in the moonlight and pointed to a trail. When they reached where he had stood, he disappeared without a trace. Here we were, risking our lives in the hopes of finding a phantom scout, and poor California felt pretty badly about it. By evening, our horses couldn't go another step after that broiling sun above and hot sand underfoot. One more day and we were through. Even the buzzards seemed to know it, for they were circling overhead, screeching so we couldn't sleep. Just as we were tucked in for the night, the moon came up. We looked over at the mountain and couldn't believe our eyes. The moon had come up behind us and silhouetted a huge rock that threw a shadow on the mountainside. There it was, the shadow of a man on horseback, the Phantom Scout. We saddled up in record time and headed for that shadow. It was amazing. The big rock that threw the shadow was blocking a narrow pass from view. Never in 100 years would we have found it again. This was Phantom Scout Pass. We followed this long-forgotten trail and reached Tom Scott's ranch by morning. Oh, California sure had the laugh on us. Oh, fetch me another glass of water, son.